Hi, welcome to my channel. Um, this channel is basically about my sleeping angel, Charlie James, that was stillborn at 28 weeks. So basically I just wanted to do a YouTube channel about stillbirths and grieving, and firstly do this video to tell the story of my son Charlie James, and how I lost him, and what kind of memories we've made. So yeah, I will start off by introducing myself. I'm Cherish. I'm 26 years old, nearly 27. Always got things like that. I'm from the UK. I have 2 kids. My first is my daughter, Amelia Lily. That's 2, and she'll be 3 in the new year, in the middle of the year. And my second child is my sleeping angel, Charlie James, that was born sleeping at 28 weeks. Oh, my light's going off. My little camera light. It's okay, it's not really doing much. It needs more battery. But yeah, I did have originally the first video of explaining what happened to Charlie in full detail about that horrible weekend, but it was too much detail, so I'm gonna break it down a little bit. And I was very angry. Very angry. You'll understand why soon. Of course I'm still angry, yeah. But there's things, I shouldn't have said about a particular person. So I need to, break it down a bit and just give some details, just not too much. Of course, close friends and family do know the full details about how I lost my sweet boy, Charlie James. So I'm just going to break it down for you guys, and basically want to share my story about my son, my sleeping angel, Charlie James. So, yeah. So, let me just drink up my cup of tea. Of course, next to me, who I have is Charlie James Bear, well, Charlie Bear, and Charlie Snigley. I will tell you about Charlie Bear in a different video, or maybe at the end of this video, if we get enough time. So yeah, let's start from when I found out I was pregnant. So, I kind of had a feeling I was pregnant, but I wanted to leave it a couple weeks to make sure I'm definitely not coming on my period. So then, I got a clear blue, a digital clear blue, to tell me how many days or weeks I was. And on the 22nd of May 2018, I woke up really early because I was just like, I can't wait. And sat on the toilet, got the test out, done a wee on the test, and I put the top back on the test, and on the wee bit, and I just put it on the system of the toilet, the little thing there, and I jumped in the shower. Yeah, was too scared to look at it. I don't know. I was too scared. So I know it takes around about 5 minutes. It could be quicker, but yeah. So I jumped in the shower, had a nice long shower. I come out, and of course my eyes were looking, but I couldn't see nothing. Like, I was just like, oh, not yet, chair. So basically, I got myself dried and dressed, and brushed my teeth, and sorted my hair out, blah 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 blah. And finally, I didn't look at the test. I got the test like that, and I put my hand over the test, so it was like that. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. And then, of course, I looked down, and then I removed my hand, and I'm just like, my heart was just like, what? It said 1 to 2 weeks pregnant, and I was like, oh. Of course, it was mixed emotions. I was like excited, happy, but also very worried due to the relationship I was in. Worried about what this pregnancy is going to be like compared to my first, Amelia. If I was able to have any control in the pregnancy, any say in the pregnancy, any plans of mine in the pregnancy, and how is it going to affect the relationship again this time? Because me and my ex-partner, after the birth of my first Amelia Lily, after about 6 months, maybe 9 months, we broke up for a whole year. And I'm not going to go into reason for that. People know, close friends and family know, but yeah. Do I regret getting back with him? In a way, no, because I don't, because of Charlie. So yeah, I was worried about that. But I just carried on. I wouldn't let that affect this pregnancy this time. I'm gonna be the one in control, my body, my pregnancy. Yeah, I'll ask for his input or opinion, but I wanted my mum to come to a scan. I wasn't allowed that with Amelia when I was pregnant with Amelia. So this time I made sure she come to a scan. So yeah, I was showing a lot earlier. Like from 6 to 8 weeks, I was showing, because I'm quite a petite girl. I was very skinny back then. No, never again. No. But yeah, so I was showing a lot sooner, and the symptoms were a lot stronger, I guess. Yeah, but the only time I ever felt confident in myself and good was when I was pregnant with Amelia and when I was pregnant with Charlie. So the bigger I am, the more good I feel. Crazy. It's probably due to the hormones as well. But yeah, so after about a couple months or whatnot, maybe 3 months, I thought, okay, it's time to break it down to Amelia. Let her know that there's a baby coming. Because I didn't want to tell her too soon. She's only 2, and, just wanted to wait for the right time. And I thought, well, this is the right time now after 3 months. So, yeah, I explained to her that Mummy's got because she started playing with her baby dolls. So I explained to her that Mummy's got a baby in her belly. And one day, a few months, it's going to be here. And, she loved changing her baby dolls, doing the nappies, feeding it, so it was so nice to see. And then I found out at 20 weeks that I was having a boy. A baby boy. So yeah, I was very, very excited Because when I was pregnant with Amelia, I did want a boy, but she turned out to be a girl, which I'm thankful for. But yeah, because she's 2. Ooh, does she have an attitude? But no, so this time I was so excited to have a boy because I've got one of each, Amelia and Charlie, a girl and a boy. So I was so excited. And so was Amelia. She was very excited to have a baby brother. And I had 2 names to pick from. So I thought this time I'm going to let Amelia choose. And she chose Charlie James. So I was like, that's good. Good choice, baby. Right, sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm trying to, when I'm thinking, I'm also trying not to cry. Which you'll see in the other videos. There's a lot of videos I've done, vlogs of my time with Charlie and what happened on the day where I seen Charlie and visited him in the chapel rest, and you see all my emotions and you see me break down and cry, you see me okay, just normal, okay. So in this video I try my best not to cry. Yeah, so let's carry on with how excited me and Amelia was. I took her to a scan. Of course, in the scan room, she was just like, what's going on? She wasn't really excited in there. But then I got the photos printed off, the scan photos of Charlie, and went back to my flat. Because basically, what I mean by my flat, I don't call it my home. When I was pregnant with Amelia, and Charlie obviously now, then, I moved, when I was pregnant, I moved in with my mum, because that was the best thing to do. But I was staying at the flat this time round on the weekend, so Ashley could I was spending time at the flat so my ex could spend time with his daughter and with me. So every weekend I'll go back to the flat and see him. So yeah, anyway, from after the scan we get back to the flat, and I wanted to get a picture of her holding the scan photo, and she's so happy. She was so happy. The beam of smile on her face was just, it melted my heart so much. It was lovely. It was lovely. Yeah. But yeah, so as the days were going by and whatnot, I was getting more of a bond with Charlie, and so was Amelia. She one time Charlie was just moving around, proper moving around in my belly. So I was like, Mimi, do you want to... Mimi, I call her Mimi. She's called Amelia, but I call her Mimi. My whole family does. It's a little nickname. So I was like, Mimi, do you want to feel the, Charlie move? And she's like, Okay, okay. So I get her hand and I put her on my belly, and we wait for a little bit, and then he kicks, and she's like, "Baby, move!" And I was like, "Yeah, Charlie moved. Charlie kicked you. Charlie kicked me." I was like, "Yeah," and it's just, it was so beautiful to see that. Um, and she had a really nice bond with Charlie too. She used to feel him move, put a hand on my belly, kiss my belly, hug my belly, lay on my belly, and try to feed Charlie with her little play food and try to feed him from my belly with her bot bot. Talk to Charlie. Which was amazing to see, amazing to witness, and seeing that made my love grow fonder of them both. My bond with them both grow fonder, and yeah, I just couldn't wait for the day that he was gonna come, and see, Amelia with her baby brother and helping Mummy change him, feed him, love him, take care of him. I was really looking forward to them growing up and driving me insane and playing and having their brother sister fights. I'm gonna tell Mum. And what hurts is that I can't give Amelia that. I can't give her her brother because he's in heaven. She knows that he's not coming back, but she doesn't understand why. Which breaks my heart. And anyway, I got my notebook here to go through what I want to talk about. Right, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about, comparing my first pregnancy to this pregnancy. I should put a bit of tissue in. So yeah, my first pregnancy, because right, I am a type 1 diabetic. I've been, let me just count this. Damn. I have been diabetic for 15 years now. It's crazy. I got it when I was a teenager, 13 years old. Or 12 brain, kind of, type 1 diabetic. My diabetes has been up and down throughout my whole 15 years of my life. But with Amelia, every time, when I got pregnant with Amelia, I made sure I knuckle down and do good. Listen to them and make sure I stay on top of things, So when I was pregnant with Amelia first, there was a lot of complications. Even a pregnancy scare. I thought I lost her because there was a lot of blood and a blood clot that kind of looked like a fetus. It was, that was on my second scan, and I didn't want to go to my second scan, but I went along and seen she was there, and I was like, oh my god, you know, this is a miracle. She's still there. Why am I bleeding? Apparently, it just happens, but probably due to the diabetes, because it it was not good. With Amelia, it was bad. Plus, I had a lot of stress on that at that time as well. But the more diabetes side, it was just not good. So I always said to myself, in my second pregnancy, I want to do even better, knuckle down even harder. Which I did. My count wasn't sky high as it normally was when I was pregnant with Amelia. Like in the 20s, 30s, yeah, 20s. These were just, 10 above, sometimes really good average, like between 5.0 to 7 or 8, so that was good. Didn't have any complications. I just had normal morning sickness and, pregnancy symptoms, weaning a lot and everything. The only thing I had was stress. A lot of stress due to my ex. Because he wanted things his way, and when he doesn't get things his way, it's like he throws his toys out the pram. It doesn't go good. He will not stop until he gets his own way, basically. And because this time I'm a lot stronger, he didn't really like that. I was more independent and stronger, and had more. I stood up for myself, and he did not like that. But yeah, so that's all I had. So when I was pregnant with Charlie, it was just stress from the ex, but no complications. Diabetes wise, no. So this pregnancy with Charlie was the best pregnancy. And he was so active. The bump was different, I knew I was having a boy because the bump was a lot lower, and he felt heavy, and even though he might have, if he went full time, he might have been heavy, but unfortunately he didn't. So yeah, he was about, when I gave birth to him, he was around about near 2 pounds. Amelia was 3.8 pounds. She was 2 months premature. I had to get induced because my insulin, because I'm type 1 diabetic, I need to do finger pricks, blood glucose, and I need to give myself insulin. The insulin was infecting my placenta, so at 32 weeks they had to get me in and I had to give birth. But, we stayed in hospital for about a month. But she's done amazing. If you look at her now, you won't think she was a premature baby. Oh no. So so with my injections, I take Nova Rapid, which is, I've got to inject that every time my count's just a little bit above what it should be, and every time I eat. And with my Glargine, it's a nighttime insulin, which lasts for 24 hours. I've got to take that every single night in case I die, basically. I don't die straight away, but after a couple of days or so, there's a possibility I could die because of ketones, sugar in your body, in your wee, and it progresses very fast and can kill you. My ex, he knew whenever I got really poorly and was weak, he knew how to check my finger prick, and he knew how to give me my injections because he's done that years ago. Before I was pregnant, even pregnant with Amelia, he'd done that for me a couple of times, so he knew how to do all that, But yeah, so let's talk about what happened recently, about a month ago now. Oh God. next Tuesday, if Charlie was still here, I would have been 32 weeks pregnant, and they would want me in maybe to get me ready to get induced. It would have been 32 weeks. So yeah, let me talk about how I lost Charlie. So I was around about 27 weeks, nearly coming on to 28 weeks, because every Tuesday I'll be up in a pregnancy. So this happened the weekend, so I was almost at 28 weeks. So anyway, so before this weekend, that weekend, I'm talking about this weekend in particular, not this one that's just passed, but in November. So the 6th of November 2018, I had my last, well, I didn't know it was going to be my last scan. My mum come along, but it was my last scan, and I saw Charlie there. He was a lot bigger, and he was moving, he was very active. It was lovely. Yeah, so I seen him on screen. He was fine, everything was fine, the heart was fine, Anyway, the days go by, and it's 9th of November 2018, which was a Friday. And on that morning, I'm just going to drink some coffee, sorry. And on that morning, of the 9th of November 2018, Friday morning, I felt normal. Throughout the day, I felt okay, I felt normal, just normal pregnancy cramps, whatnot, felt alright. And come late afternoon, evening, I felt different. I just turned for the worst. I had this horrible migraine that just wouldn't go away. Any light, oh no, it was so bad. Had to lay in darkness, it was so bad. Not just that, I felt really poorly. And I just started being sick. Not just normal pregnancy sick, no, this was violently sick. It come out like water. Due to, I guess, dehydration, I guess. Even though I didn't start feeling dehydrated at that time. But I'd done everything, I'd done my diabetes check, checked my blood levels, and I know I'd done my injections on that Friday night. Definitely my glargine, I know that. Because of, I was physically still able to kind of move my body, my arms, so I was laying down because, I just felt rubbish when I was being sick. My ex, we were out the flat, of course, because the weekends we stay out the flat. My ex, he popped in and was like, "You right, babe?" Asked if I'm okay, and because he knew I wasn't, he knew I was poorly, very poorly, and he just kept passing me water here and there. And then the next day, the 10th of November 2018, which was a Saturday, I felt even worse. Oh, I felt like I was coming and going. I remember, the only time I remember getting up on I don't know when it was on Saturday. I remember going toilet, going for a wee, which I don't know how I done, because I physically felt so fragile and so weak. And then I just crawled back into bed, being sick again and again and again. And I mean water, like this sick come out like water, like a river. Not like a river, that's a bit too much, but it wasn't just like bleh. It was like bleh, like bad. And of course he was there to clean it up. bless him. I'll try to clean it, well, try to, but, it was going and coming. I could barely talk. As, the hours were going by on Saturday, I could barely talk or even move. Really, I was so weak. I stayed in bed, basically, from Friday to Saturday, and then I couldn't really do my injections. Ashley, my ex didn't help me with my injections, which, with not helping me with my glycine, it kind of made things a lot worse. It kind of made the ketones in my body progress even faster, even without the Nova Rapid. Yeah, so I didn't get any help there. I was unable to do it myself. I physically couldn't really move my arms or anything. I could not go get my injections from my jaw and stab them into my leg or stomach. I couldn't do it. He didn't help either. He was just too busy on his PS4 and watching something or playing, what's that, Fortnite or something. And then, I felt Charlie move on Saturday. I felt him move, and felt him move. Felt my boy move. And the next day, the 11th of November, I remember waking up, going back to sleep and whatnot, I'm waking up, and I'm going and I'm coming out of consciousness. And I just feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm going. So I just don't know how I've done it. Luckily, my phone was like here, where I'm laying down. It was like literally here, near my pillow. And I think the Lord helped me. Because I don't know how, but I was able to unlock my phone. And I left a voicemail to Sky, my sister, saying, I sounded like death. I wish I could replay it for you guys.